Gen Con 2014, I'm sitting with designer extraordinaire Ignacy, who has designed many games that probably you know and played, and now he's here to present an upcoming game that he has designed. The game is The Witcher. It is not out yet, but I think will be out soon.
I believe this year, but I don't have info because...
Okay, yeah, still working on it. And there is a beta version that he has been playing and showing around. The game is called The Witcher and is going to be published by Fantasy Flight Games. Thank you, Ignacy, for taking the time to tell me and my viewers about your new game.
Thank you for having me, thank you.
So, what is the main idea, the main concept behind the game?
Yeah, this is an adventure game because it's based on the novels Witcher and the computer game, video game Witcher. And it's a fantasy setting, and the main character Witcher is a guy who travels and kills the monsters, yes. And in the novels and in the video game there is a few characters who are his friends. And so during the game of Witcher, players...
Sorry a second, we have
some problems.
The booming voice of the spirit of Gen Con interrupts the most meaningful conversations. It's kind of scary too.
Thank you.
So you were telling us,
so
Witcher
players,
fantasy setting from...
Yes, and players can take the role of one of these four characters, the most important characters of these novels, yes, and take adventures in the world.
Which characters are?
There is a Tris, which is a sorcerer. There is a Dandelion, who is a bard and a spy and such kind of thing. And there is a Yarpen, who is a dwarf warrior. And we have a Witcher, the main character, yes? And during the game, like in the novels, they are having a quest, and in the novel they are friends, so there's no negative interaction between players because they are friends, but they have their own agendas and their own missions and quests, so each character, each player tries to fulfill his quest. At some point they meet on the board and meet with some things together to do. They can support quests, yes, and do some help. But basically they're trying to do their own missions, yes, during the game.
And what are the main mechanics that you used to model the story, or at least the parts of the story that you thought were best suited for a game?
Yeah, there's a few things that can show that if you are a fan of this novel and video game, you can feel like playing the adaptation. Yes, really updated. First of all, is a quest-oriented. Yes, so you fulfill quests, and each quest has side quests, so you can go deep in the story. And there is even a supporting quest, so other players can support you because they are friends, and you're doing it again.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a long time between one announcement and the other. Now the guy is busy.
So the construction of the quest is really deep. If you know what you are doing, yes, there's a flow of information what you are doing, and you can do side quests and supporting quests. And even if you fulfill a quest, there is a space that says what the consequences for the world are. So there will be some war truck is moving, or some other characters get wounded, something happened in the world, yes? So all players who know these characters, who know these places, have a lot of deep information, yes, and they have fun, yes? The other thing is that...
And for players that are not familiar with the video games or the novels, is the story self-sufficient, standalone?
Yeah, sure, but if you know the novel, you know that, oh, the Dijkstra, I know the Dijkstra, they do know the names, the locations, yeah, they tell you something more, yes, and you have fun.
But you can still enjoy it as a fantasy story.
Yes, yes. So you have a main quest that gives you victory points, and during the game you can do side quests that give you more victory points. You can have this support quest that gives you more victory points. But the thing is that when one of the players finishes his third quest, that's it. So the funny thing about the game is that you have all the time look at other players, how far the quest they are. If you can afford doing some side questing, or you have to catch up with the main quest, yes? So it's all the time looking at other players, where I am, yes, in the situation, yes? Because the first quest is done, it's done, yes?
The game is over.
Yes. And then you compare how much victory point you gather during this time, yes?
Oh, I see. So the player that ends the quest does not necessarily win, but triggers the end of the game, and at that point you count victory points.
So you want to do as many as possible side quests because they give you victory points, but if you lose the time, you may not finish the game.
Yes.
So it's very simple, but it's very, you feel these emotions, like it is a race, yes?
Yes.
Do I manage to do it or not in time, yes? And you have all the time watch other players what they do, yes? And
excellent.
The funny thing also with these development cards, because these development cards are very powerful. Each player likes to be developed, yes, and have some new abilities. But if you spend 1, 2, 3rd, 4th action on development, in this time other players will fulfill their quest, yes? So you may end up being very powerful character with no victory points.
Yeah.
So you have to balance these timing issues, yes, to see all the time, can I afford losing one action to develop? Or should I scoring points because this is the end of the game, yes?
That's a nice trade-off to have in a game.
Yeah, so the game is very simple. You just move the character, you enter the city, you investigate the city. It's a very simple mechanism. But there's a lot of going on in terms of looking at the players, yes, interaction. They can trade because they are friends and they meet in one city. They can trade resources and help each other, yes? So it's quite easy to catch up the leader because two players can trade sources because he's winning, so let's help each other, yes?
That's good.
Cool stuff. And because it's a Witcher, there has to be monsters, because The Witcher is about killing monsters, yes, both video game and the novel. So the board is divided into regions, and in the regions there are monsters. So when you end up your round in the region, you check on the map if there is a monster, and if there is a monster, you have to fight it. Of course, the guys like Dwarves or Witcher can kill monsters very quickly and easily, but Dandelion, who is a spy, he has no idea about fighting, yes? There is another level of interaction when Dandelion says, hey Witcher, come to my city please, I will pay you to deal with this monster, yes? Another interaction and smiles and fun, yes, when the monsters come. And then Dandelion, this spy, he has a unique die. When he rolls a die during the combat, he may roll a dodge, which means that he is escaping from the fight. He's not killing, but just escaping, yes? On the other hand, the dwarf guy has a unique die, and when he rolls this die during the combat, normally on the one side of the die you can have one shield, but the dwarf has 2 shields, 3 shields, that stuff, yes, because he's a dwarf, he's protected, yes? So each character has a unique set of dice, which makes them once again unique, yes, and they act differently, even in the combat. When you are in a combat phase, they act completely different, yeah, because they have unique dice. And each of these characters has one character die, except the Witcher, who has 3, because he's a Witcher, he just goes and kills everybody, yeah? So when you are a Witcher, you feel this power, okay? Taking 3 common dice, 3 Witcher dice, killed, okay? I'm the Witcher, and I go away, yes? So in every aspect of the game, I was trying with very simple rules, with very simple tricks, boost the feeling of playing my character, which is unique in comparison to other characters, yeah? So we have here a very simple, very quick adventure game, but giving you a lot of emotions and lots of feeling of character.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna have a look at the board so that the people at home can also see. The people at home can see how pretty the board is. There is a demo going on right now. Again, this is The Witcher that is going to be released by Fantasy Flight in November. And Ignacy, thank you again for telling us about your new game.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.